What is up, everybody? Jay Nell here with my UFC 170 prediction video, and I'm really excited for this, so let's get into it. First up, I'm choosing Stephen Thompson to beat Robert Whittaker. I'm choosing Mike Pyle to beat TJ Wahlberger. I am choosing Rory McDonald, Damian Maia. I'm really excited for this. This is an important fight for both men, both top 10 ranked opponents, or athletes, both coming off losses because they both kind of underperformed. So this is going to be a close fight. Damian Maia, world champion Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, countless titles in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, submission practitioner. He is awesome. He's dangerous. He can get the submission at any time. If he performs up to his potential, he's very hard to beat. And he's been on, just not in his last fight. Rory McDonald has all the gifts you could want for a fighter. He's usually bigger than his opponents. He's a big welterweight. However, Damian used to fight middleweight. So I don't think he's going to be bigger than Damian Maia. As far as strength-wise, I do think he will be stronger than Damian. Now, Rory, he's such an interesting fighter. He really game plans. He really plays with his opponents. He throws a lot of feints and fancy footwork, and he's kind of elusive, and you kind of just miss him with your shots. And, you know, it's almost like he outsmarts himself sometimes, because people will say he's not aggressive, he doesn't have a killer instinct, but I think he just gets kind of caught up, man. He kind of over game plans, and then it's like, just win, Rory. Just win the fight. Stop all the fancy stuff. I mean, I get it. It works, you know, until it didn't. Till you ran into Robbie Lawler, who was actually able to hit you. And then that threw you off your own game plan, you know. And it wasn't until that last minute of that last round when Rory actually was like, okay, let me just fight you, where he got the upper hand on Robbie. But it was too late. So, just win, Rory. Now, with GSP, his boy, not being the champion anymore, I'm hoping he won't have any more mental qualms about whether or not he wants to be the champion because his boy is the champ. You don't have that problem anymore. Get over it. Win. Let's see what you can do. You've had hype on you for a couple of years now. A few years now. I want to see what he can do. And if he can beat Damian Maia, especially if Damian Maia is on, that'll be very, very impressive. However, the winner of this is not going to get a title shot. The welterweight division is now talent-rich because the Strikeforce guy is coming over, so they're probably going to have to put together 2 or 3 wins just to get a title shot here. But this is the start, so I'm picking Rory McDonald. Next up, co-main event, you have Daniel Cormier versus Patrick Cummins. I'll admit, I'm not that familiar with this guy. However, I do know that he's a 2-time All-American, and he was on the U.S. National Wrestling Team, which means he's a high-level wrestler, along with Daniel Cormier. Now, Daniel actually made the Olympic wrestling team as well. They were on the U.S. national team together, so they trained together. And apparently, I know you've probably seen the interview by now, split screen Dana White, Daniel, with Patrick in studio, Fox Sports 1. And apparently, Patrick got the best of him in training at one point while they were training on the U.S. team. And he said some things on social media. And Daniel's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. There's some things you don't say. You keep it in the gym. And so you're going to see it. I'm going to dominate you. And then Daniel or Patrick was like, well, how about we just make a deal that I get part of his purse when he doesn't make weight because he's not going to make weight. Of course they didn't say it like that, but you get the gist of it. Part of me thinks they were just pumping the fight, but whatever. The reason why he's fighting Patrick instead of Rashad got injured in training, and he said the reason why he's fighting anyway is because he's trained for a fight and he wants to get that paycheck. So he's fighting. You got 2 wrestlers, high-level wrestlers, which means we might see a boxing match. And because of that, I'm actually going to pick Daniel Cormier. Daniel has been working on his boxing quite a bit. And actually not just because of that. Because of the fact that Daniel's been fighting these last few years at a high level. He's got high-level training, high-level camp. And this guy's coming off of a drive-through window. Not hating on you, bruh. But I'm just saying I'm going to go ahead and pick Daniel on this. But this is the UFC, and anyone can win. Anything can happen. So, we'll see. Now, main event, where I'm at with the time, we have Ronda Rousey, the women's bantamweight champion, versus Sara McMann. First time we have not only 2 Olympians, but 2 Olympic medalists. That's pretty awesome. Sara McMann got the silver medal in the women's freestyle wrestling. Of course, Ronda a bronze medal in judo. I'm really excited to see how this is going to unfold. Now, Ronda's bigger than Sara McMann. And I know that she's bigger than Sara. However, does that mean she's stronger? And if so, does that even matter? With that wrestling strength, that mechanical strength, Sara's strong. However, with that momentum, will that be counteracted with the judo? Will she be able to use Sara's strength and momentum against her with the judo? I don't know. But I'm really excited to see. I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out. Now, like the two wrestlers, if those two art forms, the judo and the wrestling, do this, butt heads and counteract each other, we could see a boxing match. And in this fight, that's actually what is making me choose Ronda Rousey. She's really been working on her boxing. She's gotten a lot better. She can take a punch. We saw that in the Misha Tate fight. And I just think she's got momentum, dude. She's on. She just fought 8 weeks ago. And she always trains. She doesn't have to worry about making weight. She's always improving. She's just on. She's got momentum. And that's why I'm going with Ronda Rousey of this. But of course, when you have an Olympic medalist, with Sara McMann, of course she could win. So I'm just really excited to see how this is going to happen. So let me know your picks. Let me know any other injury updates and talk to me. Those are my picks, and take care and goodbye.